Esteban Reynoso from our Fresno affiliate joins us live now. Esteban, what are you learning from investigators there?
Well, Nicole, Sheriff Mike Boudreau gave a very quick update. This whole press conference lasted just under 10 minutes. The Merced County Sheriff Vernon Warnke says that this is an all-hands-on-deck operation right now by both national, local, and state agencies to try to find the missing 4 family members. It was that divine intervention that led Chief Alcaraz to Trimmer Springs Road here north of Pine Flat Lake. It gave him a hunch to search this cliffside again, and right behind me is where they found her.
Begins with breaking news.
Breaking news, police are looking for a gunman after a robbery that turned into a shooting.
Unfortunately, I have Alan just up the road from where I'm standing right now, and right behind me, this is what fire crews called one of the most active spots of the fire at one time. Now they've been battling it out. Good evening, Vicki and Grant. Yeah, I'm here on Harvest Avenue in Goshen, and neighbors that I spoke to in both English and Spanish, they're just shocked that this happened so close in their neighborhood. And if you go ahead and take a look right behind me, you see one of those homes that is lit up is exactly where this shooting happened. That is leaving people and investigators wondering why the person or gunman pulled the trigger.
I don't even think anybody's going to sleep good tonight here. And I'm pretty sure that the whole community of Goshen they're shooken up.
Patty Guzman drove as fast as she could to Goshen to try and find out if her friend was one of the victims in this deadly shooting that claimed the lives of 6 people. Another neighbor told us 2 of the victims, a new and growing family. A 17-year-old mother was being chased from the home with her 6-month-old baby in her arms when both of them were shot and killed. Guzman was relieved to find out it wasn't her friend, but is still trying to wrap her head around why someone would shoot and kill a family in this neighborhood.
Who goes into a house and massacres a bunch of people? Yeah. Who does that?
We definitely have suspects who came in onto the property and made it very personal.
Tulare County Sheriff Mike Boudreau believes this shooting is gang-related. The sheriff says there are at least 2 suspected shooters that entered the home and fired multiple rounds. Neighbors tell us they heard up to 20 gunshots in the middle of the night.
We believe that there are gang associations involved in this scene, as well as potential narcotics investigations.
Sheriff Boudreau says just last week, the same address where this shooting happened, deputies executed a narcotics search warrant. And before Monday's shooting, there were reports of a drive-by shooting at the same address. And this shooting, Boudreau says, has affected his deputies too.
When you have a 17-year-old and a 6-month-old child, it elevates your sense of compassion.
After this, who's going to feel safe?
Now, the sheriff says it took deputies 7 minutes to get out to this area after that initial 911 call. Now, a lot of the people in this community, they understand that there may be some understaffing issues in the sheriff's office department, but now they're asking for a little bit more patrol out here in this area. Live in Goshen, Esteban Reynoso, KRON 4 News.
Such a sad story, Esteban. Thank you.
Take a look right behind me. The road is still closed here leading up to the Shaver Lake area. Caltrans CHP has been monitoring it this entire time. CHP actually has a checkpoint further up the mountain to keep all unnecessary travel out of the area as snow removal crews play catch up and try to kick out as much snow as possible.
And up to a couple weeks ago, we pretty much thought winter was over.
Gabriel Sanchez has been working with snow plows, blowers, and shovels since the snowstorm started up again in late February.
Gonna get 3 to 5 inches, 5 to 8, and then 5 to 8 turned into a foot or more every 12 hours. Then we really realized that we need to kick it in gear.
2 weeks later, after almost never-ending hours of work, Sanchez says they've gotten through most of what they need to.
I put in 3 days straight. I mean, if you can't catch up, you get behind. It just creates more work, so you just have to power through.
but the snow keeps piling on. Taking a look at how much snow has piled up on that roof, and as it falls down, it falls into these snowbanks that are still feet high after the 2 weeks of almost nonstop snow. And it also falls on the roads that crews are having trouble with getting out of the way.
Caltrans is doing their part to make sure that the 168 is free of snow, but as you can tell, minute by minute, the snow changes, the weather changes.
Mike Salas with CHP says their officers are patrolling all roads along Highway 168 and past the lake itself. The lake is completely covered by snow right now, and it's so dense on the roads, one-way traffic is the only way to go even further on the highway.
We're still in the recovery process with the cleanup, trying to make sure all the local residents are able to move about in and out of their homes.
But more of that snow and rain is on the way again, giving snow removal crews like Sanchez's more work.
You know, we're going to have to go around and find the culverts and, you know, try and dig out around them so, you know, the roads don't turn into a lake. A lot more work ahead.
It survived the fire.
Holding the one thing he could salvage, a wood sander left from a fire that completely destroyed his father's business.
It smells like smoke.
Victor Balderaz plans to start again, this time from the garage of his apartment home.
Yeah, this is the beginning. I got a note from my daughter. She said, never give up. So she motivated me, you know.
A single dad, he wants to continue providing for his family, doing what he knows best. His first project after the fire, the vintage 1920s chair we interviewed him in.
I had to get the ball up and rolling. My dad's carried a lot of weight all these years. And it's time for me to start back up.
Losing the business and tools isn't smothering the pair's efforts to do what they love for those who need it.
My deepest apologies to the people that had furniture in our shop. That's what hurt the most, losing their furniture.
Fighting back tears, Balderaz recalls a project he was working hard on for a customer who will never get to see the final product.
Countless amount of hours that I was working on it, and it was almost done. And I told the lady, come in and look at it. She goes, oh, I can't make it this weekend.
Then the fire happened, turning plans for the future to ashes. For Balderaz, it's a life lesson forged by flames.
They say no rush. I mean, I want to get it done as soon as I can so I can get paid. But I also want them to get a good quality job. That's what I was taught. I wake up in the morning and I had to say to myself, right, my skills did not burn down.
Driscoll says some of the firefighters that were working on the Washburn fire turned right around and helped on the Oak fire that still burns bright tonight. In Mariposa County, Esteban Reynoso, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
I'm here on Highway 168 and the driving conditions are pretty dangerous right now. There's a strong wind coming in as well as a lot of snow still falling from the sky. And you can see right here, CHP is making sure that drivers going up the mountain are being as safe as they can. And you see the highway here. It has been recently snow plowed, and even though it is clear to drive on, you will need chains if you want to go further up the mountain.
Here out on Lost Lake in Fresno County, where the Fresno County Sheriff's Office right behind me is conducting their swift water rescue training.
Pinpoint weather forecast.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. We're taking a live look outside at our Valley Cam right now, and you can see right here, this is from Kauai Health in Visalia. All clear skies right there. Those flight cancellations and delays by Southwest Airlines are now causing the people in the line right behind me to find another way home.